Yeah, Dan Sissick here, and it is Saturday, July 17th? No, 18th. My days are off. And I'm doing a quick video blog post for you. Today, after going in to do some work for a little while, and then going and hanging out with a friend who also happens to have a very entrepreneurial spirit, and doing some masterminding and marketing strategy and learning some things. I think he's kind of at a point where he's at, I'm where I'm at, and we're kind of gonna work on getting together and get some things. Um, I think we're gonna help each other a lot. So with that, but when I came home, when we were still over there, right now I've been playing around with Periscope, the new hot social media item, and I've actually got notices to let me know when certain people I'm following a couple key people. One of them is Grant Cardone, who has Grant Cardone TV, and he's a big, multimillionaire. He seems to be in everything, and I follow him as much as I can. And found out that he was doing another one of his live broadcast on Periscope. So I decided to show my friend I was meeting with, show him who he was. He hadn't really heard of him, what it was about and stuff, and tried to listen to his Periscope on the way home, but it kept lagging and trying to reconnect and stuff. So I just turned it off. But found out about him doing a broadcast for the topic he was going to talk about, called about branding and how to basically 10x your branding. And that's part of what we all do with our blogging. We're branding ourselves, we're putting ourselves out there. And so I've learned and studied a little bit throughout the course of doing my stuff, but I'm always open to learning new things and getting new perspectives. And tonight, um, although I didn't get a lot of notes because I didn't get in right at the beginning and didn't uh, know how he was running it, but I did get a couple things out of his, and I tweeted it and posted it on Facebook. So if you want to go to my either my Twitter at Daniel Sislick.com, at Daniel Sislick, or my Facebook fan page at Sislick Social Media on Facebook. You can find the links for that. Um, but he talked about something in relation to spitting into the ocean. What type of effect does that have when in relation to how big the ocean is? And kind of hit me like, well, that doesn't have a huge effect. It's very minuscule to the billions and billions of gallons of water in the ocean. But he talked about, and his wife Elena was on the uh, live stream that he did on Meerkat, which I've never gone to that platform. Interesting platform, kind of reminds me a lot like Google, um, Hangouts and stuff like that. So it's kind of easy to kind of get there. There are a few differences, and I'm gonna have to learn that a little better because I plan on following more of what he does. But in relation to him and Elena made the point of like throwing more than one throwing more than one like whatever into the ocean, more actually to the analogy of throwing more of yourself out there and into that. But he talked about throwing a ton of messages out there. You have this all these messages that are going to wherever they go on the current that they follow within the ocean. Well, that's part of what we do with our marketing and stuff. We find the places and the niches and where we're going to place our blogs and where we're going to share our information and our content. So that was a key point. And then the other thing, and I kind of agree with him. He talked about that you can't really overexpose yourself. So many people, like in PR and business, or Elena was talking about being that in Hollywood they keep a lot of things secret and stuff, and you don't want to expose secret to this movie or to that. They're afraid that it might hurt, and then a lot of times movies are flops, and sometimes movies that have the information leaked out become these big successes. Doesn't always play out that way, and once again, doesn't necessarily mean it'll play out that way as you're marketing. but you can learn to find, engage, and test and tweak what you're doing as you're putting it out there. So with that, um, I thought that was interesting that he really believes that you can't overexpose yourself, and I think I agree with that. With 7 billion plus people in the world, it's hard for you to really overexpose yourself with media the way it is, with the world being so connected globally now between Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, now Periscope, all these different platforms and other ones that are out there that I don't know, may not know about. The world is in some ways shrinking in your reach, but it's expanding globally. Whereas before you could only reach in certain areas for a lot of years in your town or in town and neighboring city. Then as things got better and information spread more readily, you could do regions, and then you could do the country, and then now you can do cross borders and throughout the world. So I like that you can't overexpose yourself. And then he dropped a kind of thing that really just snapped for me finally. Yeah, it's like a key thing about when you're branding. He did it so innocuously and so um, innocently, he asked, "Where's everybody from?" So you got the typical response, Vegas, here, there, me, I'm from Vegas, so I just typed in Vegas. And then he kind of led into it, and he says, you got to, kind of pinpoint what you're about, you know, your name, plus what you are, where you're from, what you are branding, what you're about, what says something about you in that people know you in your brand. So with that, tonight's post is a little bit longer. Hope you got a little value of it. And as always, my links are below, so click on those if you're interested in learning more about what I'm doing, or if you'd like to just look around and see what we're about. Also, go check my Facebook fan page for those links to what Grant Cardone was saying. Awesome entrepreneur and awesome mentor. So thanks. Make it a simply simple day. Thanks. Bye.